I've spent much of my adult life in the world of startups, building businesses from very small to hopefully much larger. And there's a common saying in the startup world that says that a startup is like building an airplane while you're flying it. And this is meant to sort of illustrate the precarious nature of starting something from scratch and not really knowing what it's going to become, but knowing that it has to fly and that it has to take shape over time. But also realizing that it's a really, really tough endeavor. And another way to put it would be like you're a tightrope walker. And it had me thinking the other day about all of the iterations and tweaks that you have to go through in a startup and the ways in which sometimes you go through an ultimate tweak, which is called a pivot. And what that means is you end up building and selling a product which was not even close to what you were originally setting out to do. Your hypotheses and your theories that you had for a target market and what that market wanted were just not quite there, and you ended up doing this full pivot. I actually think the productivity tool Slack is came from a pivot. I don't think that that's what they set out to build, and I think that that business was fledgling, and they had built this really cool internal communication tool, and they decided that there might be a market for that, and they just pivoted the business to start, further building and then selling that tool. And that then went public, and then that got acquired by Salesforce. But it had me thinking the other day how this same concept applies to everyone's individual life, in the sense that you are trying to build a life for yourself. Even if you're not actively doing it, you still are undertaking the prospect of having to remain alive while you are. As Regina Spektor puts it, everyone must breathe until their dying breath. And while you're doing that, there are a slew of things that come up that you would have never anticipated, things that you didn't plan for, things that you weren't sure how to address or even if you could address them. Yet you have to keep going. The sun rises in the morning and you have to press on. You have to find a way to cobble it together. You are also building an airplane while you're flying it. Life is in motion. Days are coming and going. The airplane is in the air. But with every new circumstance that arises, every new change of heart that you might have, every different inkling to try something new that you have, and then you take the risk and do it, these are all you testing out, maybe an outdated theory of life that you had that just doesn't suit you anymore. And so you're trying something new and you're tweaking and iterating along the way. And sometimes it's feeling like you're making a full pivot. And the uncomfortability of that exists in the startup world, but it exists many days of everyone's life. So keep this in mind next time that you're being really rough and tough on yourself for maybe not always being what you would consider the best person. Everyone is made up of good and bad. Everyone is not either good or bad. Everyone is both. And while that may be a spectrum, it is the case. And so cut yourself some slack. Pun not intended. Next time things are going a little wonky and seem a little tough, realize that you are building the airplane while you are flying it. And since you're going to cut yourself a little slack, keep in mind that this is the same endeavor and the same circumstances that everyone is having to deal with. And so when you get a little bit too snippy, when you get a little bit too on edge with somebody else, keep in mind they are doing this same thing as well. And it may be worth trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, knowing that it's a hard endeavor. It's a precarious tightrope walk. And yet, everyone must breathe until their dying breath.